Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing good and enjoying the holidays and staying safe with all that is happening right now. I know it can be a tough time, so hopefully this video will take your mind off things for a few minutes. Today I will be showing you how I set up my new bullet journal for the 2021 year. I'm pretty excited for the new year because I have this feeling it's going to be a good one, and I have lots of things planned for this year that I will be able to share with you guys in a few months, so that's pretty exciting. If any of you know me, you know I love journaling, and I keep several journals, all of them mainly just for fun, and they're all used kind of like a self-meditation for me. Specifically with bullet journaling, I've had several practice runs. I've been bullet journaling for about 2 years now, and I've kind of found what works for me and what doesn't. I know everyone is different, so don't be afraid to try new things. That's what I've done, and by doing that you eventually find out what kind of style you have. I've personally tried binded books, spiral notebooks, even basic notepads, nothing fancy, but I feel like they're all too limited with what I can do, so that's why this year I decided to shift into a 6-ring binder, and I feel like it's gonna work best for me because I have more wiggle room. I can like switch the pages around more, take things out, put things in, move things around where I want them to, and I think this style also has the most personalization to it too, so it's the perfect fit for me. So for my binder, I'm just using this one that I found on Amazon. It was basically free because I had an Amazon gift card, and it was like Amazon Deal Day or something. They're basically having a sale, so I got it for free. But if you guys want to buy it, I will leave it in the description below and you guys can purchase it. I believe it originally retails for $12 US, which is a steal because it comes with 2 6-ring binders. Both of them are A5 and both of them are transparent, so this one also shipped within like 3 days, so it was really perfect. It has 6 rings to it, obviously, where you insert the filler paper, but you'll see later in the video that I don't use store-bought filler paper. I actually make my own because I'm all about saving that money. So this was the paper that I was talking to you guys about. I'm just using regular 32-pound printer paper, and it is really thin, but I have a lot of it, so I'm just using one side of each paper that I printed on. If I get thicker paper in the future, I will definitely be using both sides, but for now, since my paper is very thin, I will just be using one side of this. If you guys also want a digital copy of how I made my paper, I'll leave that in the description too. All for free, you don't have to pay for anything, because if you guys are new, I want you guys to have the best options you guys can have. So to start off, I'm gonna be cutting a piece of my scrapbooking paper for Michael's as my cover page. It's really sturdy and thick, so I feel like it's a good option for making my own cover page. Now that I have that done, I'm taking out some photos that I printed beforehand. I wanted to make sure my bullet journal really reflects who I am, and I feel like these photos are a good representation of who I am and who I want to be. I have really gotten into peace, well-being, and self-healing. I think it's really important that we connect with ourselves and the universe. I also believe that what we say and what we do manifests how our life can be in the future. It's really all about being in alignment with your spirit and soul, and that will reflect in your life later on. And just a disclaimer for all my perfectionists out there, I am not a perfectionist when it comes to bullet journaling. A lot of things that I put in my bullet journal are very messy and unplanned, so that's why you may see some mistakes going along in the video. I feel like bullet journaling is kind of a self-expression thing where you can just do whatever you want and nothing has to be perfect, and I feel like I'm really embracing that this year because I've always had to be so perfect in my bullet journal, but it just isn't me, so that's why you will see very many mistakes in this video, and I'm honestly embracing it this year. So just a small disclaimer out there for anybody who's like, that line isn't straight, or why does she glue it like that? It's just how I like my bullet journal to be. After I have glued all of my pictures down on my front cover, I am bringing out my sticker book. This is an antique sticker book that I found on Amazon, and it is honestly amazing because it has so many dystopian photos and they're just like so random, and it's just perfect because I feel like the sticker book has everything for anything that you're making.
Curious butterflies.
You mean bread butterflies?
Oh yes, of course.
After I have stuck all of my stickers on, I'm bringing out my very messy washi tape bowl. Please don't hate me for this, but it was organized before, and now I just haven't bothered organizing it again because I mean, I'm just always pulling out my washi tape and I just don't have the time to reorganize them all the time, so that's why they look like that. But I'm just grabbing a few and am going to be sticking them onto my front cover page. So after I have finished doing that, I'm just grabbing a few scraps of paper that I have laying around, and I'm gonna be using those for my title for my cover page. It's just gonna say 2021, nothing special, and that'll be it for my cover page. Here is the final preview of my front cover page. I really love it this year, and I'm glad that I was able to even decorate a front page, because in all of my binded books I've never been able to customize it like this, so it's really exciting. So for the next page in my bullet journal, it's just going to be a key. These are all of like the symbols that I use throughout my bullet journal to keep track and keep everything organized, so that is basically what this page is. Once again, I am sticking some spiritual photos that I have on hand, and I am going to be writing down all my symbols on top of that brown piece of paper. Throughout the video, you will be seeing me use this Uniball black pen that I got from Walmart. It's honestly the best black pen that I've used. It does smear when it's not dry, so that's just a disclaimer, but it's honestly the best pen I've had, besides the Faber-Castell black pens that I used throughout the video as well. I definitely recommend this one as a cheaper alternative if you are looking for a good black pen. So after I have finished my key page, the next page that I will be doing is my reference page. I call this the grid spacing cheat sheet, which I got from Amanda Rachel Lee, who is one of my favorite bullet journalists, and I am just using a reference that I had from my old bullet journal so that I can just copy it onto a new sheet of paper. This sheet is really good for when you're making columns or rows and you need the spacing of page to make those perfectly. I know I'm not a perfectionist, but I do need my spacing to be good and not off, but throughout the video you will see that some of my spacing is way off. But this reference page really helps you in the long run if you're like, I don't know how to do 3 columns perfectly or even 4. That's just what this page is for. After I have listed all my numbers, I am just gonna go in with my different colored Jelly Roll pens. There's the gold, silver, and I believe there's like 2 other colors that I forgot. But I'm just using these Jelly Roll pens to make the lines for my spacing. This is how my reference page turned out. It's very basic and nothing new to me, but I know this can be helpful for you guys. After I am done with my grid spacing sheet, I'm gonna put this to the side and I am moving on to my next page. This page is going to be my index. I feel it's very good to have an index in your bullet journal, because if you're flipping through a page, or if you're like, I don't remember when this day was or what month it was or what page it was, you can just flip back to your index and it's just right there. I feel like this is very essential to your bullet journal. I know some journals already come with an index, but if you don't have one, you can just use this as a reference. I just use 3 columns and I feel like that works perfectly for about 160 pages. If you need more space, you can always add more. That's why I think the 6-ring binder is perfect for things like this. I'm not doing anything special to this page. I'm just drawing a little moon and a crescent and drawing the columns with my Jelly Roll pen and then writing the title as index. After I'm finished with my index, I am moving on to a small quote page. I really like implementing quote pages into my bullet journal because it really inspires me to keep up what I was manifesting at the start of that year, and that's what I was talking about, manifestation. And I feel like writing down your goals and writing down what you want to accomplish later in that year is really important because I feel like it motivates you to do that. So I feel like this quote page is one of those things, and I think the quote that I chose is a good representation of what I want to accomplish this year and how I want to feel this year, as in self-healing and keeping peace within myself. So the quote that I chose for this year was, "My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest." And I feel like this is the perfect quote for me because I feel like the things I have been focusing on aren't things that I want to be or what I want to do in the future, and I've really shifted my whole reality and my whole life to what I want to do and what I want to focus on with school and with family and with just everything with myself, and I just want to manifest it and I want to speak it into existence for the upcoming year. So I am just decorating my quote page with some basic washi tape and some stickers, and then I am going to be adding some sparkles all around the page with my Jelly Roll gold pen, and that is it for this page. So moving on to the next page, I'm whipping out all of my Crayola super tips. There are 100 of these and I got them for literally $5 from Walmart, which is an amazing deal. And these are just really good for backgrounds and just coloring simple things, so I recommend you buy these ASAP. This is my year at a glance page. A year at a glance is basically a calendar with all of the months. For my calendar, I am going to be going in with each and every number, which is very tedious, but I just like the look of a handwritten calendar, so that's why I'm going with writing them all individually. You can use a stencil or a stamp to make your calendar, but I'm just going in with what I have. After I have finished writing all of these numbers, I am writing down the title for this, which is A Year at a Glance, and that is it for this page. I am not going to decorate it or anything too much because I don't want it to look too cluttered. And yes, my hand was hurting after writing all these numbers, but it was totally worth it. So now we're moving on to my future log. This is basically another year at a glance, but I am writing down all the things that I have for the upcoming year. There's obviously 12 months, so there will be 6 on each page. This is a double spread, so that's why I have these two pages next to each other. I will be handwriting all of the numbers of the month again, but with extra space on the bottom of them so that I can write out all the stuff that I have to do that year, or all events that I have upcoming, any birthdays, and just important things that I need to remember for the year. After I'm finished blocking out all the colors for the months, I'm pulling out my very amazing gold stickers. I have no idea where I got these stickers from. I've had them for probably like 10 years and I've never got around to using them, so I'm using them now, and those are going to be the letters for the month of the year, and that is mostly what I'm decorating this with, besides some stickers that I will show later in the video. So here's a quick glance of my future log. I really like how this one came out. The flowers and just the gold stickers make it very pleasing to the eye, and I think it's one of my favorite spreads so far. So this is one of the most important pages that I feel like I have in my bullet journal, and it's the goals page. In this page, I have all my goals for 2021 that I have for the upcoming year. I will section off different categories of things that I want to accomplish and I want to focus on throughout the year. For example, I have a personal, an art, a career, finance, my social media, and then I have a word of the year. I feel like writing down your goals beforehand really helps you, because if you just have so many ideas and they're just cluttered in your head, I feel like they get lost sometimes. So writing them down really helps you clarify what you want to accomplish that year and what you want to focus on for the upcoming months. So this was one of those imperfect pages because I'm not using a ruler or anything. I'm just going in with my gold Jelly Roll pen and making my outline for the boxes, and I am all finished with my goals page. Right next to my goals page, I have my wish list page. This isn't really essential for your bullet journal, but I feel like it helps me determine what I really need and what I want. Those are my two categories for my wish list, and I just write down all the things that I really need at the time that I need it. For example, if I need to save up for like a car part, or even like something that I need for school or something I need for my family, I can put that down on this list. That's really important. Or if I even need to save for like a trip that I'm going on. And then for my wants, I could just have a whole list of things that I want for the future that I could save up after I've fulfilled everything on my need list. And I feel like this helps differentiate what's really important and what's not really important. So I'm going in with this really fancy handwriting that I am basically copying off Pinterest because I thought it was really beautiful. And then after that, I am going to be writing an item's title, and then I will have the two categories underneath that for need and want. And then that is basically it for this page. So sadly, we are coming to my last spread in my 2021 setup, and this is going to be 2021 year in quotes. And I feel like a lot of people use year in photos for this page, but I just prefer having quotes because I do use photos for other journals that I have that I will be showing you guys later on, and that's why I would rather have quotes in my bullet journal pages. So I am just drawing 6 boxes on each page, and those will be one box for one quote for each month, and that is just what this page is. It's just like a year in review kind of thing, but with quotes. So I'm just decorating this page with some Crayola super tips, and then I'm going in with my uni ball pen with some sparkles on each side of each page. And after I have finished my year in quotes page, I am all done with all of my spreads for my 2021 setup, and I will be gathering all of the sheets that I have made and I will be hole punching them individually. So basically for this part, I will be taking a stencil that I have that is already hole punched, and I will be putting that on top of each paper, making sure that they're on the correct side because they are individual papers and they have to be hole punched on opposite sides of each other. So that's what I'm just doing here, and then I am going in and hole punching them one by one. It was a little bit difficult because of the construction paper that I had on some of them, but it worked out perfectly fine in the end. After I have hole punched all of my papers and have organized them, I am bringing out my bullet journal again and will be inserting them into the 6-ring binder. I also forgot to mention at the start of the video that I did add some little charms to my bullet journal, and I think this is just like a small touch of decoration, and I feel like I couldn't do that with the other bullet journals that I had previously too, so that's really cute and cool that I get to do that this year. And here is the final flip through of my bullet journal. I really feel like this year's setup is going to help me plan my stuff more because I always have trouble planning upcoming events or things I need to get done with school and my family and personal life, and I think this setup will really inspire me to want to be more organized and want to keep journaling because journaling honestly makes me feel relaxed and comfortable. And I feel like it substitutes as a form of meditation and a form of self-growth because I'm having fun and being productive at the same time. So I really thank you guys for watching me make these bullet journal pages, and I hope you guys like it, and I will see you guys in the next video.